So welcome back guys to one other video. In this video we're gonna talk about Blender basics and how I set up my scene and how to be do it like a pro and have all the key bindings and have all the movement and all the things that I'll be explaining in this video. So make sure you watch carefully. Okay, the first one is this scene that we have in over here. So by the middle mouse button you can rotate your viewport 360 degrees like right now I'm doing. Okay, with right click you can open the context menu. With shift middle mouse button you can drag the viewport. Okay, and with maybe that's all. And one more thing, that if you have a cube or 3D object, you can just press G to move it like on anywhere. It's just random. And if you press G, go Y, it moves along Y axis. You can also put numbers like pressing 1, it will snap to 1. If I press 3, then it snaps to 3. That's how it's done. If you press G and if you press shift Z, so the cube is gonna moving on the the X and Y axis, not on the Z axis horizontally. So you can move things over like that by pressing like shift Z. I can also press shift X, so that means it will let me just so it will ignore the it will ignore the X axis and move the cube along the Y and Z. So it goes like that. So we have two more things in our viewport. This is camera and this is our light. This is the sunlight or whatever you can say it. Okay, so if you want to delete this cube, you can just press X and it's deleted. And if you're wondering about how to get it back, then just simple key, press shift A and go anything you want, like plane, just do this, press shift A, circle or whatever. Yeah, just up to you. Okay, I can also press cube. Okay, so we have three objects. Now I will show you some more things. Okay, so first of all is camera. You can also add camera, like go shift A and camera. You will be going to the camera like that. Okay, so if you have a camera in your scene, let me delete this one. So if you have a camera in your scene and if you press numpad 0, it will come to the camera viewport. And if you press some other key, if you press the middle mouse button, it will just takes you out of the camera view. And if you press numpad 0 again, it will take you the camera. And if you scroll, you can just zoom in or zoom out. And if you want to move your camera, like according to not doing it manually, like from over here, like doing G and rotating, or in Z axis, like that. So not doing that, you can also do this. Go to your camera and press shift, I don't know the name of this key, but it's like it's left to the number 1 and below the escape key. If you press both together, you can move your camera with WASD like a game. And if you want to speed up things, you can just scroll, or if you want to slow down, you can just scroll down. It's up to you. And if you press space, it will zoom up to the object like that. Like that. Okay, so I will just leave it by right clicking. Okay, I'll just come out of the viewport. Okay, so so let me come on explaining these things. This is a viewport. You can select any windows. Like right now I have a 3D viewport. The name of this window is 3D viewport. Okay, as you can see, this icon is also over here. You can see this is named as outliner. And if I change it to properties, you see these both kind of look similar now. And you can also do that. By this you can just make your layout easier and according to your preferences. So you can make it anything you want. Okay, right now I'm not doing that. I will come to the properties later. And if you want to have more windows, you can just right click and do vertical split. The new window is created. You can make anything over here. And okay, you see that? Okay, that's how it's done. So I will just do this and join areas. I will just make it like that. Okay, so above here we have so many things that I will be explaining. The first I have shown you, this is object mode. If I click this object, there would be so many other modes also. Let me go explaining this. First of all, we go to the edit mode. We go edit, and if we select this, and if I move it over here, then the object vertices moves and your model will look like that. You can also do so many things after that, okay, by in the edit mode also. So that would be in later videos. Next is the sculpt mode. You can sculpt your, you can sculpt your cube, okay, like that. If you have any, like, for sculpting you need more vertices, and okay, right now I don't have that, okay. So this is sculpt mode. Here you can model your, like, environment, like making mountains or rocks or whatever. It comes in handy for that. There are so many things over in here. You can also make it like dragging this thing, okay. Next is the vertex paint thing. This helps in painting the vertices. This is later thing that I will not, this would be confusing if I explain everything in this video. So this thing, I will tell you about this thing, texture painting. This comes in handy when you are, like, designing your own textures and having your own textures, like over here adding your material images and just painting like that. That would come in use for that. So these two are like so complex one that I will explaining in later videos. So right now I will go to object mode. My cube is like somewhat not cube right now, okay. So the modes are clear. This is view. You can select your, like, view. Yeah, I have, I have sidebar now, so I can just close that. You can also see the, keys for that, shortcut keys. If I press T, this goes out, and if I press N, this comes from the right side, okay. Yeah, there are so many things also over here, okay. So this is a tutorial series. Next up, the next there will be so many things coming up. So this is right now basic. This is select. You can also, like, do these things by doing these options. There are also shortcut keys if you want to remember. This is the add key that I've shown you with the shift A, okay. Shift A, that also does that. This is object, and there are so many things over there that would take time. What I will talk about is copy object and paste object. That is just easy. And if you want to have duplicate this thing, just press shift D and move it along y-axis. That's how it's done. You duplicated the same object. If you want to do that again, just shift D, GY, you can do that, okay. There are so many things. Like, this is the axis for global axis, how you want your axis to be. Like, if I will select this, and if I put local, right now it's a cube. I haven't changed anything in it at all. And if I rotate it like this, and now I will do, you see, my Y along moves that direction, yeah. And if you press Y again, it will move to the global axis. This is local axis, this is global axis, and if you go hit Y again, it will come to the free transform, okay. So this is median point from where your object will rotate. So let me show you this. It's there, you see a little dot, it's a median point of the object. If you don't have this, if you select 3D cursor, and now I will show you to rotate this. You see, this is rotating from the middle of the cursor, and if you select this median point, this will rotate on itself, okay. So that is that. This is magnet. This is for, doing this, moving everything in accordance and, alignment. That is just for magnet. You can also align, like, use this magnet tool with various things, how you want to snap your things, like to vertices and edges or face, whatever, it's up to you, okay. Okay, so now we are over here. You see so many things. This one is yeah, it is just transparent. It makes things transparent, okay. So this is model view. Yeah, let me just, yeah, this is viewport shading. If you click on this comes in when you put materials to your textures. Let me show you. Let me add this to material, okay. I will do this blue. You see, this is blue right over here. If I select this is just gone. And the last one is the viewport. No, last one is the render one. This will show you how your world will look like when it got rendered. You see with the lighting and effect, if I just do this, you see, okay, you see the lighting effect doesn't work nicely and the texture just changed so much. So that's how it's done. These are so many views. If you are confused that you have painted your object and added material also and you still not seeing the color, make sure you selected this so that you can see the color. Okay, so this is the property, this is the outliner where you see all the objects in the game. You can make collections and do right click on object, things like that. This is properties tab. The first of all, this is the render one. If you don't have a like dedicated GPU or NVIDIA GPU, you just as it is, and if you have it, then go to cycles and then make select it GPU compute, and also make sure that max samples is not that much high, because I know that your PC is not of NASA's. So yeah, make it that much, that would be fine. And this will also take time if you don't do the settings in the preferences. Over here, if you have, you will be selected by like none, or maybe you have selected Intel Core, but you have to select your NVIDIA GeForce card so that it will just render things so quickly. Okay, and one more thing, if you have this undo step 32, make it 64 so that you can go back in, like go back to whatever you have done, like 64 steps back, and so that would comes in handy, but it takes a lot of memory. So yeah, make sure you have, if you select both of these, the render will be so fast, so make sure you have it on. There are so much of add-ons. You see, you can add these extra objects and extra object curve and mesh. Both those you can just click on over here and that will be done. Okay, that also, if you, this is not the, maybe this is an outside add-on, I will show you that in later videos. Okay, so over here you see this is the resolution of your image that will be just exported. You can change it according to yourself, make it 4K or like 720p. This aspect ratio, however you want it, you can make it 16:9. That's just default by that. Okay, you can choose also FPS. If you have a 60 FPS, you can go. This comes in use when you are using the timeline, whenever you like doing animation stuff with Blender, unless that doesn't need it. So this is frame start. Right now you see over here there are 250 frames, and if you just press there to this, there are now so many frames. You can just change it by over here also. Okay, yeah, that is the steps, and whatever it is up to you. Okay, this is the output. You can just just assign your wherever you want it to save on your this to save. Okay, just make sure you have 16, and compression, it's up to you if you want to compress your file. This is also up to you, whatever you want to get the image for. And yeah, if you have any questions or problems, just don't mind asking me in the comments. Yep, this is the animation stuff. And if you have if you want to animate this cube over time, let me see, if I want to make this cube over here on the Y, what I will do is click on the cube, I will go to the timeline, make it on 0, I will click this keyframing. So I hope that's all for this video. If you have enjoyed, then make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to know and learn more stuff like for Unity tutorials, Blender, animation stuff like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Bye bye, thanks for watching. Same thing you can do with other objects also. G, make sure you always have frames in the beginning, and Z and X. Yeah, like you see now we have not so cool animation. If you see on the start they are little slow, and at the end they are going fast, you can just click both of these and okay, T, and make it linear so that it goes all in the same speed. Like you see now, they're both same speed. That's how it is. And now above here you can see there are multiple windows. This is just simple things, you can just read out and work out with them. This is render. You can over render image over here, and you can render your animation from over here. Like say you have to select your folder first of all, or else it's gonna save in the temporary folder of your device. Okay, so you can just export and just you can view render animation like that. This is edit, you can just, yeah, that is not just much to be file. You can save things. One more thing, these are import and export. You can import these objects and export these also. You can only do that. And if you want to have like append things, if you have already a blend plan, and if you want to have like up, like import your object from another blend file, like you have a character in your another blend file and you want to have it in this viewport or this this project, you can just go and file append and just select. There would be objects, then go and select your object whatever name it was having. So this is just simple saving thing. Okay, now above here you see there are so many viewports. This is for modeling, this is for sculpting, this is like preferences based. You can also customize it yourself, customize according to yourself, so that it would be if you're doing something. This is UV editing. This comes in so much of use when you are doing texturing. This texture painting view. This is shading like that. This is animation. This have like dope sheet over here. Okay, you see that. In dope sheet, if you are new to animation, make sure you read this. If you have only this selected, you don't see the other keyframes. And if you have, okay, yeah, this shows the hidden, yep, like hidden keyframes also. And if you have this selected, nothing shows, because this one shows only errors. Okay, so make sure you have all the off. It's up to you. If you select this object, like maybe this one, it will show the keyframes of this one only, and if you have not this select, it will show the key from the next one. A next up video will be coming out guys soon, and there will be much explanation about more things. If you have any suggestions or problems, just write down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stay healthy. Bye bye.